In this video, I'm going to show you how to plan routine tree trimming work, herbicide, mowing, and tree growth regulator. Everything starts with selecting the button that says Add a New Tree. It's the green tree button. You want to make sure you select the correct maintenance type. In this case, we're going to start with tree trimming. And first thing we're going to do is once we've hit the New Tree button in the correct maintenance activity, we're going to drop a marker. In this case, it's going to be at this location here, 9437. So street address number 9437, address road 98. City is going to be Lady, and we are going to select our customer as Paulding. Maintenance program will be tree trimming. Map number is Lady North 1. Substation will be, in this case, Roosevelt. And the work that we found at this location, we're just going to make it up here. We'll say there's 2 trims, 2 removals, and 1/10 of a unit of brush. Let's say that we talked with the customer on the 21st. We left him a door hanger as well. So first contact is always a door hanger. Final contact could be a second door hanger. It could be a phone conversation. It could be an in-person conversation. In this case, we'll say that we left him a door hanger and we caught him at home, so we'll put it down as verbal approval to get the work done. And then we always set it to pending. All right. We can put down crew comments if we want. In this case, there are no crew comments. And we will save it. There you go. That one's done. Let's move on to the next property. For the next property, we're going to drop a pin. Again, this is tree trimming. We'll drop a pin at the property where the work is located, and we'll say that there's 1 trim. You'll notice the maintenance program has remained at tree trimming. Customer is still Paulding. City is still Lady. That's a function built into the program to save you some time, so you don't have to keep entering that information. But in this case, you do have to enter your map number and your substation every time you make a new entry. Street number 9391, road 98 is the address name. And again, we had 1 trim. We'll say that we left a door hanger on Friday the 22nd. And we feel pretty confident that a door hanger will take care of this. It's just a pretty simple, straightforward trim. We'll select pending for the work status. And let's just say in this example, it's a silver maple. And on the door hanger, we checked off the box that says the tree will be trimmed. And we checked off the box that also says the tree is going to be treated with a growth regulator. And this silver maple is 23 inches. Now I'm going to make a note of that because we're also going to create a TGR location for this same property. But we're going to put it exactly where that tree is. And on the forestry notes, I want to make sure that I'm indicating that I have a TGR tree just in case I'm looking. If the property owner calls me, I'm looking at the notes for tree trimming, I can refer to this TGR that I'm about to put in. So I'm going to save that location. And the next thing I'm going to do is change the maintenance type to TGR. So you'll see that the form has changed. And we're going to start by dropping a pin exactly where that silver maple tree is. There's a silver maple tree. And we'll select our species. You can type in the shorthand or you can type in the longhand version of the tree. Both will get you where you need to be. You need to make sure we select the correct maintenance program, in this case TGR. Customer again, Paulding. Tree address is 9391 Road 98. Map number was Lady North 1. City was Lady. Substation was Roosevelt. And the DBH, as we indicated in the notes for the tree trimming entry, was 23 inches. It's a normal tree, so we select large for the crown size, and it's a utility application. We'll hit calculate and save. So you see that we've moved between two different types of activities. One, the tree trim, the tree trim maintenance type up here in the upper right, and then also a TGR on the same property. Now let's move on down the road. All the lines were clear all the way down here until we got to 9237. So we'll do a new tree. We're going to do tree trimming, and we're going to drop a point here at 9237. So again, we need to enter our map number, our substation. Some of these, once they've been uploaded to the server, it'll auto prompt you for which ones are available to you. Otherwise, you can just type it in. Street number 9237, address road 98. City is still the same. And at this property, we had 2 trims, 3 removals, and no brush. So we'll just leave that empty. We'll put down here that we left a door hanger on Friday. We weren't able to get a hold of anybody, so we're going to have to put the status as pending because we would like to remove the 3 trees and to trim the other 2 trees, but we'd like to speak with them first. So I'll put down on the forester notes so when the customer calls me, I'm ready to speak about the things that I saw at the property. We'll say there's 2 small mulberries and 1 dying elm in this case. Would like to remove. On crew comments, we need to put down not yet marked because we haven't thrown paint on any trees yet. Okay, we're going to save that location. But we also noted that along this wood line here, our power line passes through this open space. Now we're going to have to select herbicide. And we're going to need to create a polygon. You have an option of drawing a line or creating a polygon. I think a polygon is a good way to do it because it's a little more descriptive of the actual area that you're doing. So you can kind of modify the shape of the right-of-way that you're doing a little bit better than you can with a line. If I just finish where it's at, you see that it's suggesting an herbicide boundary for me on the north side. But in this case, I'm actually going to adjust it to what I want. Okay, so I can click the first point to close the shape, or I can also click finish. Either one will create the polygon area. Now, one thing the program can do is it will automatically calculate how much acreage you've drawn with a polygon, which is great. Saves you a little bit of time. If you have poll numbers in the area, you can enter them here. So we could say this was, 1225, poll number 987 to 1225, 989. If you don't have that information available as far as poll numbers go, it's not a big deal. You don't have to have it in there. What you do absolutely need to have is your customer, the maintenance type, in this case would be herbicide, substation, Roosevelt, and the address we'll put as west of 9237, road 98. Number of spans, we have 2 spans in there. You can put down your average distance if you'd like to. You can also put down the right-of-way. In the case where you're drawing a line, you need to put down a right-of-way width because the program will automatically calculate the acreage based on the width of the right-of-way and the length of the line that you have drawn. If you have mowed the area, you can put down the date. In this case, this area is herbicide only, so I'm going to scroll to the bottom and select mow status, none, because we're not mechanically clearing. We're not mowing this. It's just herbicide only. We're going to calculate and then save. So the data has been saved successfully. So in a short span of time, we have entered tree trimming locations, we've entered TGR locations, and we created an herbicide location. So as you can see, you're able to touch on all the different maintenance activities. One thing to keep in mind that when you're looking at your server inventory, which is the up green arrow, you'll find that the columns are only going to show up according to the maintenance activity that you exported your active tree list under. In this case, we were using the tree trim data template. The one drawback is you don't get to see your herbicide columns or your TGR columns unless you click on the specific location, and it gives you everything that you need in the form itself. But as I've mentioned before, it's always best to export your active tree list and tree trimming since that's the bulk of your work. All right, I hope that helps. Thank you for watching.